It's so much easier being a budgie. They don't even have to dance to find a mate. They just sit there and glow.
All right, can you get that one, Tom?
Neurobiologist Justin Marshall of the University of Queensland has discovered that budgies use the natural fluorescence of their feathers to find a mate. And now he's caught some, he's going to prove it by smearing one with sunblock. Fluorescence appears when a material absorbs ultraviolet light and emits visible light. Detergent manufacturers use the trick to make clothes look brilliantly clean. They add fluorescent brightness to soap powder that absorbs UV light and emits blue light, making old, yellowing clothes shine again. In the disco, under intense UV lights, those clothes glow extremely brightly. Luckily for budgies, they don't have to wash their clothes to get noticed. Birds are remarkably well equipped to see fluorescence under normal conditions. Their eyes are sensitive to ultraviolet. They have a much wider visual range than humans, and they can see colours around them that we can't even imagine. The fluorescence of their feathers is only visible to us under special ultraviolet lights, but to budgies, it's visible all the time. Scientists have known for some time that budgies fluoresce, but they didn't know why.
The real clue as to what the fluorescence in the bird was for came from looking at where the fluorescence was on the bird. And we noticed that the fluorescent feathers were in parts that the birds were showing to each other.
If the birds were displaying to each other, then the chances were it had something to do with sex and mate selection.
Animals that fluoresce are slightly unusual in that there are many animals that are colourful. Fluorescent animals want to be extra colourful and extra gorgeous, if you like, towards their mates. So fluorescence, we believe, is something to do with sexual communication.
Experiment time, then. Is a glowing budgie more attractive to the opposite sex? Take one female budgie willing to be impressed by a couple of pretty boys. She is placed in a choice chamber, a highly desirable bachelor girl pad equipped with transparent walls through which she can ogle the guys. Take two near-identical male budgies, each with fluorescent yellow plumage on their cheeks and crowns. One male is left as he is, the other is smeared with sunblock so that the female can't see him glow.
Putting sunblock on the budgies is no problem. They preen it off within a couple of days, and in fact we have to replace it all the time. So it doesn't harm the birds at all. All it does is to dampen out that fluorescence in the feathers.
If fluorescence is important, then the female budgie should prefer to sit opposite the brightest male, rather than hang out with the sunblock bird. And she does.
Budgies choose fluorescing partners much more frequently, significantly more frequently than non-fluorescing partners. And this indicates that it is something to do with sexual communication.
Hang on a second, though. Maybe it's got nothing to do with sex. Maybe budgies just like hanging out with other bright birds.
Females didn't really care whether their next-door neighbour females were fluorescent or not, and males didn't really care about other males fluorescing or not. They only really cared when it was the opposite sex. So males had to have fluorescent females to sit with, and females had to have fluorescent males to sit with.
So why does being brighter make you a better mate?
Fluorescence might be quite hard to do. It may be quite a hard signal to make. So it indicates that the bird is trying hard and being successful in life. So if you're a bright fluorescent bird, you're successful, you're getting a lot of food, you're a worthy mate.
Here's a warning. A glowing budgie is a strong, virile, attractive budgie that's irresistible to the opposite sex. The same doesn't necessarily apply to humans.